Super Bowl, NBA trades, leading scorers of all time, all jam-packed in a show. Let's go. Oh, yeah.
How dare you? How dare you?
Let me turn this volume down on this one. What are you talking about?
How dare you? You're going to start off the show talking about Super Bowls, NBA trades, leading scores of all time. Then you neglected to even mention what today is.
Do you know what today is?
No, it ain't no anniversary. Oh, but it kind of almost is.
Yes,
Actually, because our first show was the week after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
How many years ago was that, yo?
I think 4 now.
Good Lord, yo. That's crazy.
Like, the show is basically 4 years old.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
We got about 5 people listening to it. So I appreciate it.
Yo,
All 5 who subscribed and liked StreamYard, YouTube, NYMD Podcast, of course, Google, iHeartRadio, Spotify, wherever you find podcasts, of course, you'll find us, as well as Facebook, IG, and Twitter.
dang, yo, that's weird. I didn't think about that until you said
Yeah.
But no, that's not what I'm talking about, Eric.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
You know what today is for
I
real?
know what today is. That's why you got your hat on. That's why I got my hat on. Because I know pitchers and catchers reported.
That's right. That's
That's
right.
all
Right?
Of
Baseball
course.
season.
Aren't you asking me? Did I not just see Justin Verlander sitting there with my other boy, the as I call him, the mad dog of the pitching crew? I mean, come on.
Oh my
They've
god,
been reunited since the days they were Tigers.
man.
Come on.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
What about that?
come on now. Do I know what? Do I know what today is? The catch report today. Yeah. Of course.
Well, I mean, y'all spent like $3 billion in the offseason.
$500 million. Like, calm down.
Okay.
Seriously. Like, it's not even like, I mean, come on. Just because we got Verlander signed him to the same deal as Scherzer, and we tried to pay somebody else a lot of money, but he's bone scans and come right back, I guess. So he's back with soda. But yeah, dude, man, pitchers and catchers are down there, and
so in all serious, well, not that you weren't serious, but I should say, so how are you actually feeling? I know you don't typically get excited about the baseball season too much, but I mean, after the year that the Mets had last year, I mean, yeah, they had an early exit, but they still had a great year. And then your owner spending tons of dough in the offseason to build and fortify this team and add to it. Like, are you excited about this season?
no, not yet. I mean, it hasn't started yet. So you know how I am.
Yeah.
It's too early. I got to get to the season. It's always the litmus test. how do we do against the Braves? How do we do against the Dodgers? And up until that point, all bets are off. We just want to get everybody healthy to start the season.
Okay.
So now I'm always, am I optimistic? I'm actually looking, the crazy thing is I'm probably looking more forward to actually seeing my team play here
Yeah.
for 3 games. So I'm really looking forward for that, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah, so because I'm trying to plan everything else I do around that.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm more excited about seeing them than just thinking about the whole season because I'm never the type person to sit there and get all my hopes up and I'm always I'm always level with everybody. Like Arsenal, is in first place. We played Man City yesterday for the first time. We lost, and some people just like, oh, what do you think? I'm like, we never thought we'd be in first place. How about that? I'm not upset. People need to understand, like, where are you? I mean, like the Mets had a great season last season. But we faced a team that we just couldn't beat. Like, us and the Padres, it was just a matchup that I knew was hard for us. Darvish is like Fernando Valenzuela to us. So it's tough. But that's how I go through every season until we get to, the postseason. Then I'm like, okay, what's our matchups? How are we doing? That's how I've always been.
Yeah. Well, while we're on baseball, let's just get to, and I know we didn't plan on talking about this, but I gotta ask you about this. I'm sure you have no problems with this, but baseball in 2023, man, are bringing in a slew of new rules. You know me, I am a baseball purist. I'm not happy, man.
What?
No, I'm not. I feel like what? Why can't? Okay, I'm all about making the sport better. Okay?
Mhm.
I like the implementation of replay. I even like the implementation of putting a ghost runner on second base in extra innings during regular season games. I thought that turned out good, but I think they're starting to get a little bit ridiculous.
Okay.
They're introducing the bigger bases. Bases now going to be like 18 inches.
Somebody said it looked like pizza boxes.
Yeah. Let's see. We have pitch timers now. A pitcher must begin his motion before the expiration of a 15-second timer. 30-second clock between batters. What else? Pitchers are now restricted onto the amount of times that they can throw to first base to do pickoff moves. The shift is basically done.
Oh, thank goodness.
Let's
I
see.
hated that. That's the one thing I understood it, but that wasn't there our whole lives, right? So, but every time the third baseman goes play second, I just hated it. I hated it.
Yeah,
But it did. It only the good thing about it, it made some interesting base running adventures.
yeah.
But I hated the shift so much.
Well, here's another one. I don't know if you know about this one, but they're putting restrictions on you can't use. I shouldn't say you can't, but there are specific stipulations now. If you want to use a pitcher, I'm sorry, a fielder as a pitcher.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, like you have to at least be winning by 10 runs, and you can't be
And
trailing.
you gotta be down by 8 or something.
Like, what are we doing, man? Like, what are we doing? This is
Remember them
this is baseball, man.
remember them putting in the left fielder to pitch when they're 5 runs down. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's usually a blowout anyway, so I don't know why
Who
that
wants to
would
put
be a rule
right?
because you're not going to put him in when you're close. So yeah, if you're getting blown out by 10 plus, that dude comes in and pitches. So I didn't understand that because I'm like, why is there a rule for this? Like that dude doesn't come in the 5th inning at a 2-1 game. So why would you?
It's getting to be a little too much hurt. It's just like, can we just play freaking baseball, please?
And we are.
Now we got 18. Dude, it's gonna be all these crazy amounts of stolen bases. Now
we need stolen base. Where the hell they been? Like stolen bases are just gone. Well, what the hell would Ricky Henderson do right now? Seriously, Vince Coleman.
You know what Ricky Henderson would do, dude.
Well, I mean, we don't know because no one steals anymore. It's not even part of the game. Hit and runs, well, y'all don't even hit and run in the American League. But hit and runs just basically blah.
Oh,
It's just
I just feel like it's starting to get ridiculous, yo. Like we're restricting the amount of times a pitcher can throw over the first base.
see that I didn't know about. But
What?
when the pitcher throws over there like 3 times in a row, I start losing my mind. Now, if you start saying you can only throw over there a certain amount of times in a row, fine. But to sit there because you need the element of surprise to try to catch them leaning the other way. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I got to read that one. I'm not 100% about that one. But anyway, spend too much time on it. We'll get to it.
Yeah. Let's talk about what's really important.
Yes, LeBron James.
Uh,
Actually, hold on, wait. Let me stay in baseball. Tim McCarver did pass away today. I grew up on him. He, at least for a lot of people, I know he was on Fox. Him and Joe Buck did a lot of games together. He did a lot of World Series together. But for me, Tim McCarver was broadcasting for the Mets for a long time. When I was growing up, he did a lot of games with Ralph Kiner, and he was basically just part of my youth. And I just remember him, growing up doing Mets games. So, but sad 81. So just shout out to his family. Again, he's a Hall of Fame analyst. He did play for the Cardinals. He was World Series champion with the Cardinals. But I remember him more as a broadcaster. So
yeah.
but he was definitely always knowledgeable. Always loved listening to him, and he definitely will be missed. So, but let's get into what's important. LeBron James. So while we were on I think we were doing the show at the time, doing the countdown of LeBron. Why is that thing? My flag's lighting up back there. Passing Kareem, and late that night, let's just say later on that night, did a little fadeaway and broke Kareem's record.
Yeah.
Now, the crazy thing was, where was I? I had bronchitis at the time.
Mm.
So I was tired. So I was listening to it on Siri. No, not Siri. Alexa. So I had a game on, I was listening to ESPN on Alexa. But I didn't know I was behind. So they're like, oh, he's 2 points. So I was like, let me get up out of bed, go watch it. I went downstairs to go watch it. And everybody's celebrating. I was like, what happened? He took a shot already? But I was like 4 minutes behind. So I had to go rewind it to see the whole thing over again. But
okay.
Of all the records of stuff in sports, that to me was one of the most untouchable records. I never even imagined anyone coming close to doing that. But 20 years, being consistent. I mean, he's 38 now, and still averaging basically 30 points a game.
It's ridiculous.
And, LeBron is the all-time leading scorer in the NBA. And Kareem gave him the ball. That was just crazy, dude. That was crazy.
The crazy thing is he's the all-time leading scorer in the NBA, and he's 4th in assists, which means he's like the ultimate playmaker.
Which means if he was Kobe or Michael, he would have taken more shots and been past this a long time ago. But he passes the ball. So unlike everybody else. So that's why I like it. And he's top 10 in rebounds. So it's like
he's not top 10 in rebounds all the time. That's not true.
No, yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
What am I missing? He's top 10 in something else.
It ain't rebounds.
Assists?
No, he's 4th. He's 4th in assists.
Yeah. But I swear he's top 10 in rebounds.
No, I think he's 32nd in rebounds.
32nd?
Yeah, all time.
That's a hard number for me to believe. But who knows? I thought he was something there. Anyway, shout out to him. Congrats to him. He'll be picking his all-star team this weekend in the upcoming all-star game, which will be on Sunday. So for him. And then, of course, he'll be picking guys who are hopefully healthy, but like a KD who's now chilling in Phoenix. And, of course, Kyrie's chilling in Dallas. So which trade surprised you the most? KD or Kyrie?
KD. Absolutely. All right, so the Kyrie Irving trade surprised me in that how fast it happened.
Yeah.
One day, hey, I want to be traded. And I'm like, they're really going to trade him. 2 days later, gone. Done.
Gone. Quick.
Yeah.
And the Dallas, I was kind of surprised it was Dallas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not saying it didn't have. I know the Lakers. To me, the Lakers didn't have the assets. That just wasn't going to happen. But I know a lot of teams are like. I heard the Suns, which I guess I know they're glad they held out. Wanted to trade Chris Paul, maybe for Kyrie and stuff like that. So, this is yeah. So that whole thing was crazy. Look, I don't know how Luka and him are going to work together, but go ahead. What are you gonna say?
So I have a question because I actually watched the Dallas game last night,
Oh, mhm.
but I didn't see Kyrie playing. Like,
I know he. I don't know if he was coming in for injury. I know Luka was hurt, so I don't know if Kyrie. I'm like KD's hurt now. Like he hasn't even played.
yeah, Luca played last night.
Yeah, but I'm saying like a couple when Kyrie's first game, Luka didn't play.
Oh,
Luka came in and they played the next game together.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if Kyrie is a little bit banged up or not. To be
Okay.
honest with you. What is this thing coming from?
Yeah. So no, I was shocked by the KD trade, and I guess it shocked me hurt because
Well, it happened late, and I was like, "What? It just came across my phone." But yeah, go ahead.
yeah, but it shocked me because I don't understand how they just got rid of everybody. Like James Harden gone. You know what I'm saying?
But James Harden, that was quick. That hook was quick.
Yeah.
Like they're just like, you don't want to be here. This thing gonna fit go. And of course, James Harden, like, well, I saw the writing on the wall a long time ago.
Yeah. But isn't that funny though? Like how they had the big three. How many did they even play a whole lot of games? I don't even think they played a whole lot of games together,
No, they didn't. They really didn't. They hardly played together. Hell, they hardly played together with Ben Simmons. Be honest. I mean, I'm saying that's a big three, but I mean, the three of them on the floor at the same time rarely happen.
That's
You
crazy.
know what I mean? So hell, actually, I don't think KD and Kyrie played a lot of games together. Period either.
What a fail.
You know, so that was that experiment. Honestly, any of the Nets experiments when they first traded all those guys for Boston, when they were getting older for that team that had like Darren Williams and what's that guy's name? Paul Pierce, and those guys, that didn't work. Then they tried it again, and so then they tried bringing in, this crew, and that didn't work. So,
and the crazy thing about it is, the one player that they're left with is Ben Simmons. Out of all this, the one player they're left with is
one player that can't even shoot. The
Yeah.
other day, whatever game they were playing, no one even guarded him. I mean, he actually went in and made a layup, but because they just like, we'll guard the other four people.
That's crazy, man.
You're a professional basketball player. That's why I was asking. I probably said this on the last show. I don't remember. I'm like, what does he do when there's a warm-up line? Just pass the ball to other people? Like, it's not like, why even, like, there's no reason to go out and take jump shots, right? Like, what is, like, I want to know what he actually does.
Dude, I don't get it.
Like, does he take jump shots when they have practice? Like, does he go into the gym and shoot in the mornings? Like, what does he do? Like, I don't even know why. He should be in that NBA thing every year where they pass and they bounce the thing. He should win that every year.
Right.
I don't. I think they actually may have to shoot a free throw or something. I don't know. But I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, I mean, more power to him. The Lakers made some trades. Westbrook is gone.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I think a low-key good trade, was that D'Angelo Russell trade, man.
Yeah, getting him back, I think it brings energy. Of course, they got rid of what's that guy I never liked? Oh gosh, I remember I was like, why did they get this dude, him and Russ on the same team, and they both got traded? Gosh, I cannot remember the dude, the troublemaker dude who's always talking trash.
Oh, dang, now I can't think of his name. Patrick Beverly?
Yes. So yeah, they traded him to Orlando for Mo Bamba.
They should have never.
So signed him in the first place.
Right.
But now, the low-key thing, I don't know if they have the cap room. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know how he's doing. But supposedly the Cavs are buying out Kevin Love.
Oh yeah, I did see something about that.
So if it could happen, Kevin Love going back home,
Huh.
signing with his boy and becoming a Laker.
Oh my gosh.
That will make me happy. Because those two dudes are close.
Oh, they are?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're real close. Yeah.
Does Kevin Love still have some game left?
That's I don't know. He's been in Cleveland. Like I honestly have not seen him. To be honest, I don't know. They have a new younger crew, so I don't even know what's going on there. But
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
man. I totally forgot Spider was on Cleveland. I watched a little bit of that.
oh yeah, that was on the other day. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, because he was.
Yeah, I think they were playing. Were they playing Dallas or were they playing? I forgot who they. But I saw a little bit of them too. Let's see. I'm trying to see what's up with Kevin Love. What's he doing this year? Uh,
So, what do you think of KD being healthy? You got CP3. You got Booker. What do you think of their chances, if healthy, of course, in the West?
dude, this has to make them favorites in the West, right? I mean, dude. I mean, they don't have a big three; they have a big four, man.
Yeah,
And
Aiton's playing great.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I can't forget about. You're right. I cannot forget about Aiton.
yeah, and I just feel like if they can stay healthy, and that's a big if because every single one of the big four have history of injuries and getting injuries at the most inopportune time. So, but I feel like if they can stay healthy, they've got to be the favorites, man.
Yep.
So that was a great move with the Suns. Great move. Great.
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, because they made it to the finals last year, but ended up losing. I think they no, did they make it to finals? I know they lost to Dallas at some point. Yeah, they lost to Dallas, and Dallas faced Golden State, so they lost right before. And the year before, they went to the finals. So they've been that close. So when you add KD, who should be a closer, but I always look at it as like KD only succeeded as a group, like playing with other people on one other team. So will this work here? And we have to see it work. He's been, he took him Oklahoma City, went to the finals when he was real young. And, they didn't win. He left, went to Golden State. They won, but after Golden State, he hasn't won anything. I don't even think he's been to NBA conference finals on any other team. So I know again he's been a little bit hurt and all this other stuff, but he hasn't done it without being in Golden State. So I need to see it first, to be honest with you. And of course he's great. So the same thing with Kyrie. Like you can't say Kyrie's not great. Kyrie's great, but he only succeeded one time.
I think Kyrie was great. I don't know if he I don't know about that one.
Hmm. We'll see. Yeah, again, if he doesn't take a sabbatical or if he's healthy, we'll see.
Yeah.
All right. So those are the trades. The Wizards stayed still, so they're okay. Nothing other big. I think Westbrook is looking for a buyout. He might, or they might have bought him out already. To be honest.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so we'll see. But all right, and All-Star game. That's about it.
But before we talk about get the football, I want to give a shout out to my Maryland Terrapins. Tonight took on the number three Purdue Boilermakers at Comcast, or I guess it's Xfinity Center now, and they stopped them, man. They were losing at halftime, but they came out. I think they went on a 21-4 run in the second half. Yeah, they beat Purdue, the number 3 team in the country. They beat them by 14 points. Students were storming the court, so I'm glad that people were pumped up out there in College Park. And yeah, man, Terps having a great season, man.
Nice, man. Look at them, 18-8, 9-6 in the Big Ten. I mean, obviously, it looks like they're going to definitely be playing in March.
So absolutely. Oh, and by the way, Duke lost tonight. Thanks, Virginia Tech. They only scored 45 points tonight. So,
well, yeah. How about you stay in your conference? I worry about my conference. You worry about yours. Okay. But Duke, we all know Duke's not going to be the same without. Hey, Duke and North Carolina too. They're also Rams right now at this point. So I don't mind that, but we knew that was going to happen. So we'll see. I think the tournament's going to be wide open. I think anybody could beat anybody. Every time somebody becomes number one, they end up losing.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing with like college basketball nowadays. It's not the same, man. Like, there's no like you said, I just feel like every year could be anybody's year, man. Especially this year.
Yeah.
There's like no great teams, really. You know.
No. But that's what makes it fun because it's tournament time. All those brackets going to be messed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see how it works. All right. Well, good job for your Terps. Look at all these Big 10 teams. I mean, Big 12 teams. There's like 1, 2. They have 6 ranked teams. So they're probably gonna have their conference. To be honest with you, and I think they might get 7 out of 12.
Hey.
All right. Let's keep it moving.
Yes.
Talk about the big game.
The big game.
And when I'm talking about the big game, I mean, did you watch that Puppy Bowl?
Dude, I totally forgot about the Puppy Bowl.
Yeah, I did. I totally forgot. But I don't think I was able to watch it anyway.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, listen, did we even talk? Did we get it? Yeah, we did talk about it.
Yeah.
The All-Star, not All-Star. What do y'all call it? The Pro Bowl. I think we did talk about the Pro Bowl, didn't we?
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like we did.
Yeah, we did. We did.
Okay. Good.
Yeah,
All
we did the podcast. After that week after. Yes.
Okay, good. Because I enjoyed the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. So.
I know. I feel like we talked about it more on texting than
yeah
stuff. But so yeah, let's talk about the big game. Pros, cons, highs, lows. Let's just spend the rest of this time just all aspects of this game. First, second quarters, half times. Just your overall thought of Eagles, Chiefs.
This game was great for me because I went into it not really caring who won. I just wanted to see a good game. And it lived up to the hype. I mean, the game had everything, man. We had a quarterback that ran for three touchdowns.
Over 70 yards.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts had a great game. He had an MVP performance the game. I mean, his only blemish really was the fumble.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean,
fantasy quarterback. It was on my team. Yeah.
But he had a great game. Then you almost had a punt return for a touchdown.
Dude, that was crazy.
Yeah, we had a defensive touchdown. We had Pat Mahomes, who didn't even rush for 200. I mean, didn't even pass for 200 yards, man, because Kansas City, they ran the ball.
That time of possession was key in that first half.
Yeah. But no, it was a great game. However, to me, and this is just the way I feel. They're not taking away from any of the team's performances, any of the players' performances, but that last 2 minutes scarred the game. I left watching that game on such a downer, man. I just feel
it became anticlimactic.
Yeah, and it was to me. Look. I know Bradbury came out and said, "Yeah, he held." It wasn't egregious. The ref's been letting them play all game, and you're gonna pick this time to throw the flag, essentially handing Kansas City the win. Dude, I was like, you know what? I might be done with football after this, man. It just seems like these last 2 weeks in the playoffs, man. These refs, man. The Chiefs. I'm not taking anything away from what they accomplished, man, but they had a lot of help, man. These last couple.
Well, they benefited from that call in oh gosh, who were they in the championship game against?
The Bengals.
Yeah, the Bengals on that call for roughing, and it is what it is. But that ended the game. Basically.
No, but that was legit.
That was legit, but I'm saying they won both because of.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
And that both of those penalties ended the game.
Yeah.
There's no for the Cincinnati one, that was it. That was no coming back after the field goal. Nah. And then for this one, it was literally 1:44 left. So if they had to kick it at that point, Philadelphia, because they've been doing well all game, could have driven down the field.
Absolutely.
And won that game, but they were left with 11 seconds.
Yeah.
And basically, hoping for a miracle, which just never came through.
Yeah. But it was such a good game, man. It really was, man.
And I thoroughly enjoyed it. That happened to be the only game I picked incorrectly, I guess. Even though it looked like I was going to be right for a while. I was you're really the one thing
I had this all ready for you, Hurt.
that's it. I love he's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time.
I had it all ready for you, man.
If I had the gum, he used to spit out the gum and hit it all at the same time, which is very hard to do, by the way. If you ever have gum and try to spit it out and hit it at the same time while you're walking, he got it perfect every single time.
Hey, they don't call Mr. Perfect for nothing.
Perfect and his family. Rest in peace, Mr. Perfect. Loved you. The crazy thing is, I came out most impressed by one person.
Who's that?
And that's Jalen Hurts.
I figured this.
I feel like, maybe again, it just could be me. He's an Eagle. I'm not supposed to like him. I'm not. Yes, he was my fantasy quarterback. That definitely helped. But I felt like this dude was getting disrespected all season. Because this is, as everyone said, including someone else here, I'm not going to mention any names, this is a plug-and-play system for anybody to come in and do.
Huh?
Because you were loving Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew can come in and do a great job.
I was going to say, you put words in my mouth. I never said that, dude.
I know, but the
only reason why I said Gardner Minshew could do well is because he was an experienced. He was like a experienced backup. He started in the league, and he wasn't horrible when he was a starter. But I wasn't saying.
No. Other people are saying plug and play.
Yeah. I wasn't saying taking anything away from Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, you were definitely loving some Gardner Minshew for some reason, but which I still never understood that since they were 0-2 with him as quarterback. Anyway, and it's funny. The only teams that beat Jalen Hurts this season was Washington and the Chiefs, because the only 2 games he was hurt.
That's crazy.
So, which is, I guess it just comes down to the color schemes, I guess, because they're very similar.
Yeah, I guess so.
But the dude, he had 300 yards passing, right? I think he had 305 or something.
Yeah.
He didn't throw any interceptions. He did have that fumble,
right,
which turned into a touchdown. But he scored 3 touchdowns and threw for another.
Yeah.
In that game, and threw, like I said, threw for 300. I don't know what it is. I feel that I've seen him, of course, grow from the time he got pulled at Alabama, when he transferred to Oklahoma, to I've seen him now for 3 seasons, in Philadelphia.
This close coming to Maryland, by the way.
Sure. So and then just growing to the point where he is now. But people still saying that he could, that's a system that anybody can quarterback. Why do they say, I feel like that's just trying to discredit him.
Mm-hmm.
Who, first of all, there were 34 or 37 on fourth down conversions, under a yard, because that dude should have got stopped when Jones jumped over the top on that stick.
But they got to get rid of that rule,
I don't like the pushing, but no, Jalen Strong, that dude squats 500. When Jones came over, he didn't push him back at all, though.
Yeah.
He still just powered by himself. I don't know where they came up with that rule. I hate it.
Yeah, I don't know why they allow that.
I'm like, why is that okay? Look, now you can't rush to center on a field goal attempt, or you know what I mean? But you could push people on top of the defense.
Yeah, that's
anyway.
I hate that, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, but that dude just showed me that he is that type of quarterback. And he took that team and they got to almost really, except for maybe a call here or whatever, in that fumble, of winning the Super Bowl. And I think he's going to be this way for a while. But he can throw as well. That 3rd and 14 throw to Goddard should have been an interception. That other one down the sideline that Goddard somehow got as well, that was a pinpoint accurate pass. People need, again, I'm not saying he's Mahomes. He's not Mahomes. Mahomes is magical in his own right.
Nobody's Mahomes. Man.
Yeah, I mean, he's Mahomes. But I don't think anybody's like Jalen Hurts. I don't. No, I'm saying Lamar's his own animal to me. Like they're not really like. I feel like Jalen's like stronger, bigger. He's bigger, stronger. But like I feel like I'm gonna like he'll take a hit. Like Lamar is more elusive. Like they're both running quarterbacks. That's what I'm saying. But the difference between Lamar and the difference between Jalen Hurts is that Jalen has the number one receiver, and that makes a big difference. So until your boy gets that for whatever team he's going to, we can see. He's. I just feel like they're just two. I've seen both of them play. I just feel like they're just different guys. But I know both can throw and both can run.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I know because one has been MVP, I felt like he's gotten his, even though I know people do still disrespect the way he plays quarterback in a way.
Yeah.
But at least he won an MVP. But I feel like people just always, this whole season, would just like, anybody could be quarterback of Philadelphia and everything. And I'm just like, why are you saying that? Can anybody just be quarterback of Baltimore? Can anybody just be quarterback? I mean, because that one time when what's his name? Mahomes got hurt. Chad Henne sure as hell came in and threw a touchdown. Chad freaking Henne.
I know he started on like the 8-yard line or something.
He started on like the 2-yard line and drove them down for a touchdown.
By the way, happy retirement, Chad Henne.
I mean, it's just, come on. That to me is like, so we're just going to disrespect that, right?
Yeah.
So it was a good game. The ending was tough.
Yeah.
Because the ending is what people are going to talk about. The whole rest of the game was fantastic.
Yeah.
But when you end on when that one call essentially ends the game, it's tough. Whether it was a good call or not, it's even if he pulled him down, that call, it is still just a call, warranted or not. Just the way the ending, especially a Super Bowl on a call, is tough.
Yeah.
Like I said, it could have been, even if it was legitimate to me, you know what I'm saying? Even if it was, I don't, like you said, he came out and said that he did grab him, but even if it's just a hard way to end any series, like even that Cincinnati game, we know what he did, and I lost my mind. I was like, cut the guy, whatever. I know he's young, but I don't even remember what happened the rest of the game. I just remember that. And for this Super Bowl, everything else that happened, all the records Jalen did, all we're going to remember is how it ended and not what happened in between. That's the only issue which you have when a flag dictates the end of the game. So, but halftime. It's because I didn't see the commercials, but we got to talk about halftime.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on halftime?
You might not like what I'm about to say, Hurt. I love Rihanna. Couldn't wait to see this halftime show. I thought what's the word? Visually. Thought visually the halftime show was great. I thought the choreography was great with all the dancers there and everything like that. But as far as Rihanna's performance, I thought it was just okay. I didn't think it was just like the super great performance. I'm not convinced that she was live singing the whole time. And as far as her dancing, she didn't really have a lot going on. But come to find out, she's preggers, Hurt.
Come on, you saw it when she first came out there.
Yeah. So my thing is, it wasn't the greatest performance in the world, but
it was the greatest performance ever for a pregnant person.
But knowing that she was out there pregnant, doing what she was doing on floating platforms, like 20, 30 feet in the air, like this is crazy. So the fact that she went out there and did what she did in her situation, to me, elevated the performance even more. You know what I'm saying? Even though it wasn't the greatest, but knowing the circumstances behind it, I'm like, Rihanna, you a bad girl.
There she is. Yeah, I mean,
but that's how I felt. I love the diversity of songs and hits she was singing. I loved it, man. I thought it was a very visually pleasant halftime show to watch. I was not I was entertained. I was entertained by it, but it wasn't the best I've seen.
Yeah, well, again, due to the circumstances,
Yeah.
Um,
Oh,
but
and
yeah,
real quick, I also like the fact that there were no guests. It was just her.
yeah, I like that more than when there are. I mean, don't get me wrong. Last year's Super Bowl was cool,
Last year was one of my
but I
favorites.
think it was just due to because the overall level of everybody that was there, and they're all like they're a whole crew anyway, basically. So that one kind of made sense. You know what I mean? But Rihanna to me is just big enough to be on her own anyway. She didn't need anybody coming out to do any of the songs that she was going to do.
Oh.
I like I said, I enjoyed it. I know a lot of people because again I was out of the country, but we're watching Super Bowl. When that halftime was over, if there was probably 200 people in there, there was 100 left because they were out. I'm like, whoa, these people just came to see halftime. A lot of people just come to see halftime and just come to see her. So I think she was great. Again, how she was, the condition she was in, not anybody knowing she's in that condition, performing, singing all her songs, whether it was live or whatever. I was just shocked that she was able to do as much as she did. So
Yeah.
I did enjoy it. I really did like it. I like the platforms. I like the choreography and how everything looked. So
I love the floating platforms, dude. I was like in awe. I was like, this is so cool, man. Like, because I remember, Lady Gaga coming from like the top of Arlington Stadium down into the field, but this was
yeah,
pretty.
freaking skydiving basically.
Yeah, yeah. But this was,
And speaking of which, I'm scared of heights. Number one,
yeah, that's
I
right.
ain't coming out. I ain't diving. I ain't on no platform. I'll be like, I'll dance if you want me to dance. I wear that jacket and whatever. I'm on the ground, Riri. I'm on the ground. I ain't gonna be up on no platform.
But were you amazed at how she was just able to perform like she was on solid ground? Like, I mean, she was on solid ground, but like,
I don't like she wasn't suspended
yeah, like she wants
100 feet in the air.
Yeah, I was like,
Remember,
you're in that
no,
air.
all
You're
I saw
flying
was
up in
background.
the air.
All I saw was the background in air and chords. So
Yeah,
I saw the chord, I'm like, nah, dude.
you would have never thought it looking at her and the way she. I was
No,
like,
she
wow.
was she was, doing all her songs. I'm like, yeah, no, no. But again, I'm scared of heights. That's just not me. That's not.
So what is your favorite Rihanna song?
Oh gosh. It's "Fell in Love in a Hopeless Place."
Okay, I like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just that beat, Ghetto Diamonds and the sky. I just, and then it just picks up and I love that. I love that. It's my favorite Rihanna song.
All right. Yeah, mine is Diamonds. That's
Shine bright, shine bright like a diamond.
yeah. I love that song, man. I love it. So,
I love me some Rihanna. We love us some Rihanna.
yeah.
But congrats to her. Congrats on her second baby.
Yeah.
Even though she just had the first one. But yeah, hey, more power to her. So.
She had to have the second baby ASAP because the first one was a little rocky. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they need to have an ASAP before he gets thrown in jail. Jeez. Oh my gosh. All right. The one issue I had, as you well know, during the game is the total lack
of who we didn't
TV time and whatever. The crazy thing was the losing offensive coordinator got a head coaching job.
Mm.
The winning offensive coordinator can do one of two things. Stay in Kansas City and get disrespected until Andy Reid retires, basically. Or go somewhere, earn his respect, and eventually get a head coaching job, hopefully somewhere in the near future. If you were Eric Bieniemy, which one of those would you take? Now, and I'm not saying Andy Reid's disrespecting him, well, your team is, but I feel like the media is.
Yeah.
Again, there were those two touchdowns where the Eagles seem to have gotten lost. By the way, shout out to their defensive coordinator who also got a head coaching job.
Yeah.
Even though those dudes were wide open twice in end zone.
Those plays, I saw it, especially the Kadarius Toney play, dude. I saw it as it was happening, and I was like, "This is a brilliant play, yo." I was like, "Yo, that is so cool, man!" And then they did the same thing on the other side with Sky Moore, yo. I was like, "Yo," because the second touchdown, I was like, "How was he so open?" And then when they showed, I'm like, Daddy, you did the same thing Darius Doty did on a touchdown, on the other touchdown one, except on the opposite side, yo. And they had blitzed on that one.
Yeah.
So which made them, I was like, wow, what a play call. What a play call. So
yeah, a play call by Andy Reid.
Yeah. But it hurt a lot to you not, because when I was watching the game with everybody, I kept on saying, "Where's Eric Bieniemy?" So it was so funny that you bring this up, because the whole game I was like, "Where's Bieniemy?" They're not showing Bieniemy, and then after they won, you see him in the background celebrating with Patrick Mahomes. But other than that, dude, I didn't see a shot of him all game. All game.
I saw a shot of him once.
Okay.
And he had to be on the headphones with his card. I don't know. I guess since he doesn't call the plays, talking to Andy Reid, whatever he's doing. And I was just like, I just felt like the level of disrespect that he's gotten for being a 2-time Super Bowl winning offensive coordinator is insane to me. And I honestly, again, I was away. I didn't even know they hired the offensive coordinator to be Indianapolis coaches until today. That's why I texted that question. I was like, all the head coaching jobs gone now? Like, I had no idea. So Philly's offensive and defensive coordinators got head coaching jobs. And Eric Bieniemy, who 2-time Super Bowl winning guy, is only interviewing for another offensive coordinator job. I'm just dumbfounded. I really am. I'm dumbfounded. And I don't even, like, if I'm Eric Bieniemy, do you, like, again, you can stay, because Andy Reid's old. He's not going to coach forever.
Yeah, he's 64, I believe.
Yeah, but, again, they play in Germany. He's going to eat all the bratwurst they have over there, because he said he's going to eat like a ton of bratwurst. Do you stay there and become maybe the de facto head coach of training and get promoted because you still got Patrick Mahomes? And do you just like live the gravy life while you're there? Or do you decide, let me branch out, try my own thing somewhere where people can then gain respect for me, which I feel like he shouldn't have to do?
Yeah. Well,
that's a damn shame to me, man. Again, the coordinator for Philly was coordinator. I forgot where he was before he came to Philly for the last 3 years. But I don't even know his name. I don't even know his name. But supposedly he's like, they remind him of Frank Reich, who also was hired as another coach. I mean, Frank Reich did great, right? What? I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. Honestly, the crazy thing is, all these. I'm looking at the head coach for Arizona, Jonathan Gannon. I don't even know who he is. I thought it was Rich Gannon. Is that like his son or something? Like, I don't even know who this guy is. Where did he come from? I don't know.
So,
the disrespect is palpable. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So, did he have an interview with the Commanders, or?
I think it's supposed to be this week.
Okay. You want him as your offensive?
I wanted Byron Leftwich, but apparently, I guess he's not on the drawing board. I know we were interviewing Greg Roman as well, but I just feel like I love my team, and of course, I don't love the owner. I love the team, and having Eric Bieniemy would just be. I would love it, but as you know what? I'll say it right here on the show. As a black man, I feel like that's a step down. Why do you need to go and prove something somewhere else when you have 2 Super Bowl rings as an offensive coordinator?
Yeah.
So what? Because you got Patrick Mahomes? I feel like with Brian Leftwich, who was calling the plays, and Bruce Arians was head coach. And got Tom Brady's Super Bowl. I guess it was all Tom Brady. But all of Tom Brady's old offensive coordinators got head coaching jobs. Am I wrong? None of them got fired.
Right.
Bill O'Brien got a job. Hell, he got a job there, and I think he got a job in college.
Yeah.
The other dude got 2 jobs somehow, and he's been a horrible head coach. And whoever else has been offensive coordinator basically got hired as, and Leftwich gets fired. It's just me. Maybe it's just me. But I just think the disrespect for offensive coordinators, black offensive coordinators, is I remember Pep Hamilton was a guy for a while, and then he went somewhere and the dude was coaching like XFL. Like, what is going on?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I think he went to college. Like, I don't get it. Like, being a black offensive coordinator does not seem to make, maybe being a black defensive coordinator seems to be okay. But if you're a black offensive coordinator, I don't think you get that respect.
Yeah. And then when you're a black offensive coordinator and you do get a head coaching job and you take your team to the playoffs 3 out of 4 years and have the best 4-year stretch in that team's career, and then they fire you because they want to hire the hot shot from New England. Don't even get me started.
All right. Let me put this pencil in my head so I can. Yeah. I feel smarter now.
You must be smart.
I feel smart. I'll just sit here and listen to this guy because all the other head coaches from that tree have worked out.
Oh, gosh.
But, Caldwell, who got a job, by the way, I forgot who hired him. Again, he was robbed. Hell, half the coaches in Houston were robbed the last 2 seasons. So until D'Amico, which I'm sure he's going to get a chance. He's a former Texan.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough of that.
Yeah.
It was definitely was a great Super Bowl. Congrats to the Chiefs. Second Super Bowl title in 5 years, 4 years, something like that.
5 years.
5 years. Second win. First Super Bowl with 2 black quarterbacks, and both of them showed out and showed up.
Yep.
So both of them were MVPs of that game to me.
Yeah.
So it was exciting. They both held up their end of the bargain, and it was definitely fun to see. So
yeah,
we'll see. And going into the next season, I know Jalen Hurts could get that bag maybe. And there's a whole bunch of off-tree. Derek Carr, where's he going to go? What's Lamar going to do? Who wants where? Sean Payton's back in the saddle again. What's going to happen? There's going to be a lot of intrigue coming in the next season. And we'll see. We'll see how it works out, man. I know Indy needs quarterbacks. Washington, they're going to go with the second-year guy. Where's Eric Bieniemy going to go? Is he going to stay? Is he going to go try to forge his own path? So we'll see.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff that we're going to be talking about all season. But while you're sitting there contemplating of everything, everybody, we're here on StreamYard and YouTube. Of course, subscribe and like and comment. We always appreciate everybody tuning in. Of course, Facebook, IG, Twitter, as well as Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. And Spreaker and Stitcher apps. I don't know what Spritcher is, but it's 10 o'clock. But no, everybody, thank you. Ant-Man comes out tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah, it's probably already out tonight, really.
Yep, exactly. So everybody go see it, have fun. All your favorite movies coming out. Star Trek Picard starts tonight. So that's what I'm about to go do. So, but thank you everybody for tuning in, and we will see you soon. We'll see you next week, everybody.
Peace out, y'all.
Have a good night. Thursday.